Joseph, you also had a chance to play Dragon Quest at this event as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, one of my gamer cardinal sins is that I've never played a Dragon Quest game, which I don't know how that happened, but that's the truth. So I was excited to jump into Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD2D remake. I'm a big fan of like Final Fantasy 1 and 2. Those were like some of my first uh, JRPGs that I ever played. So coming over to Dragon Quest, I could feel the remake nature of it. Like it definitely felt remade. It looked fantastic. Oh my god, when I got into the first battle and I fought like a slime or something like that, like
Of course.
the the sound that was booming in my headphones like floored me because that I didn't know that they also did was Dragon Quest Remake 3 or Dragon Quest 3 Remake was that they took all of the soundtrack and they remade it with the Japanese Philharmonic Orchestra or whatever. So you're
Sick.
really getting
Cool.
this fresh booming recording of like all of these different battle tracks and music, which I like. It was in my ears the whole time of the demo, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. That was my favorite aspect of it. Um, but at the end of the day, this is still Dragon Quest. I think they added like slightly more dialogue and maybe like expanded out Dragon Quest one a little bit and maybe two because I think the OG games were pretty short. But overall, it's still like it feels like an older game, and that was no more apparent than when I went to the dungeon that they put you into the game, and I actually was like, I can't do this. This is like too old school for me. Where the map is just it's like a puzzle, right? It's kind of like it's meant to confuse and frustrate you because they want you to get a lot of hours out of just playing this game. So it was like constant wandering through this tower, and it's like, oh, you got to reach the top, tee hee ha ha, and I'm going through countless staircases. But on top of that, there's random encounters, so you have to walk like every couple steps. You're jumping into a fight. So one of the um, people that were working the demo that I was working with, like, hey, just cast a spell. This will avoid random encounters. So it was kind of like this weird, clunky um, a dance of like cast a spell, no random encounters, walk, search, can't find anything. And eventually the guy just came over to me and like he was like, hey, yeah, everybody's getting stuck over here. You got to go up this staircase. You got to go around this like little hidden ledge, and then you go up there, and then that'll progress. And I'm just like, I'm too old for this. I can't. I literally cannot do this. Dragon Quest One for sure felt old, but I know people who have nostalgia for it will enjoy that. And I think all the other aspects to the remake were fantastic. Dragon Quest Two, a little more modern, but let me tell you, also still very hard. I fought this pirate guy, and he actually punched my teeth in. I was like, "What the hell? This looks like a regular comedic character." And he like killed me in like two hits. I'm like, I see, I legitimately don't know. So like the games are hard. This is not like a easy mode type situation. The games are hard. Expect that, but in terms of the quality of the remake, you guys are in for a treat. So that's my song
Is
and
it
dance with it.
two
Nice.
separate titles in the launcher, or have they put them together?
Two separate titles in the launcher, yes.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Okay. I know there's a lot of talk lately, given that Dragon Quest is like not that popular in the West. You say I've never played it. I mean, that's a common North American thing.
Yeah,
But despite that, the series has sold 96 million copies worldwide, or
yeah.
something along 94, 96 million, and they're approaching 100 million, which they might hit with this title. Um, if you had to, sell this really succinctly to someone who's kind of on the fence about the Dragon Quest series, how do you say, hey, you're a JRPG guy, you might like this?
Yeah, so like I said, it's kind of tough, right? I think there are different schools of JRPG fans. There are people that have gone into it because of like the recent Yakuza games and stuff like that, where or Sea of Stars, where they do have those like modern qualities of life that make it easier to get through. And then there are people that truly love the old school JRPG classic experience. For the people that love the classic experience or just want to try out like the older games, I think there is enough here that you can go pick it up, have a good time, enjoy the HD beautiful graphics that they added, as well as the music, and just explore kind of the older game. Have a great time. I think there's enough here to do that. But then also, there is a new Dragon Quest game in the works that got announced several years ago that is on the way, right? So there's going to be this whole spectrum. So if you want to just see what the Dragon Quest franchise was from the beginning and maybe play the most recent one to kind of get a feel of it, I think, this is a great game to add to your repertoire. So